Hi, everybody. Welcome to More Rhapsody number 3. Soon to be or number 4, okay? In August, I'll be starting my 4th year. I just want to give you an update on my condition. Remember, 2 weeks ago, I told you I had a sudden lapse of vision for like 20 seconds. And my head felt very dizzy, like I couldn't open my eyelids. So yesterday, on Friday, the 12th, I actually went to the eye surgeon, the ophthalmologist. Okay? Now, I told him what happened, and he did all his testing. And I said, what's the diagnosis? What do you think happened to me? He says, you had a spasm in your head. I said, oh my God, is that normal? Does that like happen normally? He goes, no. He says, you have to get a thyroid examination. I said, I got that planned for next week. I'm way ahead of you. He said, all right, do that. And when you come back in 2 weeks to see the specialist here at my office, he specializes in thyroid issues with the eyes. So I made an appointment with him, and I'll be going back in 2 weeks. So next week, on the 12th, is it the... Oh, my days are all screwed up. Yeah, the 12th. Today's the 10th, not the 13th. Today's the 10th. So on the 12th of July, I have to get my blood test taken to get the thyroid test diagnosed. They do through taking blood tests. So hopefully I won't have a thyroid issue, because if I do, that means I have to go on medication. So, that's where that is. And I just thought I'd give you that update. So I did see the neurologist. He said that I didn't have a stroke, and I'm not, I don't have Parkinson's. So he said everything seems to be fine. He was concerned about my jitters, my tremors and shakiness. And he was like, wow, you're really shaking a lot. And I said, well, it's because of my medication I'm on. I've been doing this since, 1987? Anyway, so I assured him it's not anything to worry about. All right, so that's that. Thank you very much. I hope my testing and results and experimentation is helpful to someone out there. So on the way home with my sister, we stopped at 7-Eleven, and I went to the counter with all my bags of chips and soda and stuff, and I'm at the counter paying for it, and my sister's next to me on the other side of the counter picking out cookies, and this UPS driver guy said, oh, I love them. And I turned around and I said, what do you mean? He goes, oh, I love oatmeal raisin cookies. And my sister and him were going on and on about how good oatmeal raisin cookies are. And I looked at her, I said, what, do you like grandma's cookies? And he said, no, I just love them because they're so soft. Oh, really? Well, he got so defensive and insecure. He's like, no. I was like, listen, it's just a joke. It's just a joke. That's all it is. And I got so embarrassed. I walked out the store. Oh, my gosh. So, all right, let's get on with the show. Okay, so I'm watching this YouTube video of this farming family down south. And they have a sanctuary for all these animals, like geese, ducks, cows, goats, and roosters and chicklings and these little, they feed them and they take care of them and everything like that. So they're all fenced in, okay? And the fence is got an electric rod through it, so they don't get out. Otherwise, they'll be zapped. So, so it's feeding time, okay? So the man of the place, the man of the house gets the feed for the roosters and the chickens, and he goes inside the bucket, he gets a scoop full of seed, and he goes to open up the gate, and he goes, oh my God, before I do this, I better unplug the electric fence, otherwise I don't want to rock onto the electric avenue. Oh, that made my weekend. Thank you. He does the wave. He does the wave. Yeah, so my twin sister and I were spending day after day with each other and with the Pepsi, of course. And today we ordered lunch for delivery. We got Taco Bell, and we always love getting Taco Bell. Whenever the feeling hits, that is, you have to be in the mood to have a good time if you want to have lunch and kick back and have some great conversation, and just eat your chips with cheese and tomato and onion and what else? Salsa. Oh, heavenly. So, as you know, I got something wrong up here in my eyes, and I could hardly walk today. Last 3 days. On Wednesday, I went to neurologist. He thought I should get a hip replacement. And I had to assure him that no, because it acts up. It's just arthritis. Oh, okay, so he was rested with that. And then yesterday at the ophthalmologist, I couldn't walk. It was a lot better, but I couldn't walk. And today's even worse. And I said to my sister, I said, Jesus Christ, at my age, you might think I should quit something, because I'm batting 1,000 here. I'm really going down for the count. And I think I should quit something. But first, let me have a cigarette and I'll think about it. Oh, I don't know. Could it be that? My mother used to say, my mother was a smoker, and she used to say, tell Peter I'll be late. I'm having a cigarette. Hold the gate for me. Oh, am I that old? Oh my God. I don't feel it. I mean, I feel young, but physically, it's completely different. I feel old, In my mind and heart, I feel young. But physically, it's telling me something completely different. I'm trying to, let the two sides of my head come to terms with each other here, because, man, this spasm thing in my head just came up like that. Never knew. Didn't see anything. Oh my God. All right, on with the show. The show must go on. Yeah, so I'm out there trimming the shrubs. What a job it was. Backbreaking. I literally had to take like 2 breaks with my iced coffee and stretch out my back and relax and sit back on my Adirondack chair. And I couldn't take it, All my neighbors were out, everyone's watching me. And then I just throw my arms up in the air. Say, yeah, I'm a woman. the thought occurred to me. It took me many years to get the right therapist. I tried many throughout the years. And I've been with the same therapist for 8 years now. And she's a wonderful woman. And I tell you right now, doctors and therapists, when they're a man, they're completely off of a different tangent than a woman would be. Let me give you an example. So, I go to this therapist. It's about a half an hour drive from my house. And, you know, it was the first visit, so I didn't know really what to expect. So, I go in his office. He's sitting down in his chair. Got the wing chair, you know, so fancy. So I sit down on my wing chair, and he sits across the room on his wing chair, and he faces me, right? So he starts talking to me. I don't remember what we were talking about. This was like 30 years ago, 25 years ago. And every time I said something and answered him back, he'd look down at his crotch. Right down there. And then he'd look at me. And like I was taken back by that. I was like, whoa, what's this guy up to? So I let it slide, and then, you know, it just kept happening. It kept happening to the point of just totally embarrassing me and insulting me. So after the second visit with him, I called up my dad, and I said, what's going on here? This is what he's doing. He's looking at his crotch every time I answer his questions. It's really humiliating. He says, tell you what, this is what you do, and you listen to me. I said, what? He goes, take a bat. Take a baseball bat with you. Go to his office and sit on the chair and put the bat right next to you. And if he asks what the bat is for, just tell him this. I'm waiting to see if the frog will jump. If the frog will jump, I'm going to hit him over the head. Dad, I told him, Dad, I refuse to do that, okay? With the situation I'm in mentally, I'm liable to do it without even telling him anything. I think I'll cancel my next appointments with him and find somebody else. I told my psychiatrist that experience. At the time, he was a man. He was about a year older than me, and he's very nice to me many years. I actually knew him from when he was a resident in a hospital as a practicing newly graduated doctor. And so I was under his care for a little while again. Once in a while I went back to him in between doctors, but I told him what happened, that this psychotherapist was doing this. Why would he do such a thing? He said to me, he goes like this, Donna, he's trying to help you. Oh? In what way? Do I have any kind of problem that requires that part of my body? I thought it was psychotherapy. In what way is he trying to help me, doctor? Or is he trying to just help himself? Come on, let's be real here. See the difference? The difference between the men and women doctors? You don't know. Men doctors are good for men. Women doctors are good for women. Period. Period. I've known my psychotherapist for 8 years, and we don't talk about sex. No, not at all. It's not on the table. I'm not married. I don't have a boyfriend. I'm not hot to trot. I'm not going out in bars looking for men. I don't have people coming in and out of my house all day and all night long, having parties. Okay? So where do these men come off talking about and looking at their little friend down there? Where do they come off? What do they want to know about me that's so freaking important to them in that way? Well, I just wanted to tell you that. Okay, let's get on with the show.